Hey, good people of YouTube, the crypto gang, and all you Elliott Wave enthusiasts out there. This is Ryan with TrendLizard.com. Hope you're doing well. I hope you're surviving what's going on with the stock market and what's been happening in the crypto market since October. Massive declines taking place across the board. Not very many safe spots out there. Pretty much everything has moved down in unison, and it's pretty terrifying. And I want to show you how you can take control over your crypto investments by understanding where they've been and where they're going to go using the Elliott Wave theory. We have a tutorial on our video YouTube page that can show you more. Follow the link there to learn more about it. But in this video, I want to provide an update just to show you what is going on according to the Elliott Wave theory and what it might mean to the future. In the future, we're going to take a look at 6 different cryptos. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, the 2 big guys. We're also going to take a look at Bitcoin Cash, Cardano, Stellar, and Chainlink. We also cover a few other ones in our new crypto forecasting service that we have at TrendLizard.com. So if you're sick and tired of just being kind of victim of whatever happens in the market, come check us out. We'll show you why these markets move like they do and when they're going to reverse trend and resume their uptrend so that you can make some money by buying hopefully close to the low. So we're going to take a look at a bunch of charts just to update what's going on across the crypto market. So get comfortable. Let's take a look and see what's going on. All right, folks, so let's get started here with Bitcoin. The data we have goes back to 2014. This is what we got. This is Bitcoin to US dollar, BTC USD, incepted in 2014 from our data. Dipped down to 2015's low here, and then embarked on a very large, massive uptrend that's happened since then. Now, with the Elliott Wave theory, in its very simplest form, we're looking for 2 things. We're looking for 5-wave patterns to dictate the direction of the trend, and we're looking for 3-wave or ABC patterns to indicate the direction or a counter trend move. So as you can see here, that advance off the 2015 low, we had a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave move that was followed by a large counter trend ABC pullback. Now every up leg within this 5-wave move is itself a 5-wave move, telling us every step of the way that the trend is up. Obviously, that ended here and was corrected by this large pullback. So this is where things have become more interesting off the 2018 low. Had a nice 5-wave move up for wave 1 of a larger move, and then a 3-wave pullback, which we're calling wave 2. Now, up until this point, until basically October's low, our expectation with that advance off the 2020 low is that we had a 1, 2, 3, and then a 4th wave pullback. Things have changed a little bit with what's happened with the move back up to the high and then the formation of a larger pullback here. Maybe it's a 4th wave as labeled here, but I think based on the size of this move, there's a better way to label it, and that is by calling this the completed 5-wave move there for wave 3 and then a larger 4th wave pullback. So if you remember, all we're doing is looking for 5-wave patterns to the upside. That's how price plays out, and we can prove it through everything we've done using the Elliott Wave theory. Bottom line is the advance off that 2018 low should become a 5-wave move before it's complete, and it does not yet look like a 5-wave move. Again, 1 wave up, 2nd wave down, 3rd wave up, and then what appears to now be a larger 4th wave correction. So how confident can we be that this is just a counter trend move and not the end or some larger bear market that's going to happen in Bitcoin? Let's zoom in on this price action, and I'll show you why that is the expectation. If we look at this pullback, and this is one of the charts that we have at TrendLizard.com through our new crypto service, come check us out, shameless plug, moving on. You look at this pullback and you see what happened here. You had a sharp down leg, then you had this recovery effort that retested the low. In fact, it set a marginal new, retested the high. In fact, it set a marginal new high before pulling lower again, and is still on the decline currently in 2022. But if you look at this overall move, looks like a very clear ABC move. And when you look at this recovery portion that happened to the upside here, this looks like an ABC move. This doesn't look like trendy action. So the point I'm trying to make is this up leg here does not look like a move that could have completed any larger advance, because this move itself looks like a counter trend move. The only real way that makes sense in the larger pattern is if we call this the B wave of a larger ABC pullback. So we're definitely being cautious in the near term until there's some indication of a low. Certainly this could continue lower before it's over. It may end up testing July's low. But at the end of the day, this appears to be the C wave down and ending down leg of a larger counter trend move that's getting ready to turn to the upside in the near future. Now, we have to see some proof of a low before doing anything aggressive. You should know that based on how fast these guys move. And in that respect, we would want to see some trendy upside movement on any small time frame, so little 5-wave patterns to the upside to give us some clue that a low is in, and then a move above this level here for 44,420 would look quite bullish, would look like a very solid indication that this larger counter trend pullback is over and that the overall uptrend has resumed, and it would be worth a trade at that point based on how fast and impressively this guy moves. So let's go on now and look at the other big guy, Ethereum, ETH, USD is the ticker I'm looking at here. Now this data, all we're showing back is from 2020 because this is what is applicable to us. This is obviously the biggest up move that Ethereum has experienced, and it too gave us that nice 5-wave move. So if you're not familiar with Elliott wave, you should be looking at this and saying, so maybe trends do play out in 5 waves, as we show you over and over every trend play out in a 5-wave move before it completes. Now, when a 5-wave move completes, it's followed by a counter trend ABC pullback, and that appears what's happening here. Now, it's pretty dramatic on crypto based on how fast things move, but at the end of the day, it's still just a 5-wave move and what looks like an ABC pullback. So this pullback may not be done yet. In fact, it's probably not, but still it looks like it's setting up for good things in the future once this ABC pullback completes. Once it does, we'd be expecting another 5-wave advance to the upside. Let's zoom in and just look at this counter trend action here. Again, it's very similar to Bitcoin. You have a nice ABC down leg, an ABC up leg, and then a decline here that fits as a C wave. So you're getting counter trend price action in both directions, suggesting that all of this action here is just one big counter trend move that's not yet complete, but when it is, certainly looks like a good buying opportunity. Like Bitcoin, can very well move lower, test this lower band, even test these lows set back here. But if it can turn over, give us trendy upside action on any time frame, or move above 33.30, this guy would look like it's in business and it would look like a good buying opportunity. So let's get to some of the other guys here. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin Cash, BCH. I don't like this guy as much. The point of this chart here is we have some counter trend movement to the upside. This looks like the C wave. And then what we're having is a breakdown. You have a sharp, trendy-like down leg here in 2021, and then you have a counter trend move to the upside. So on the previous charts, we were looking at trendy upside movement, counter trend pullbacks. Here we're seeing trendy downside movement, counter trend recoveries. And as you can see, it played out as it should. Once you get a counter trend recovery, then you start getting more trendy downside price action. At the very least, we'd have to expect BCH, Bitcoin Cash, to head back down to that 2020 low before it's in a position to resume any larger uptrend. Not something I'm interested in. I would stay away from this guy. It would take a move above 556 to change the direction of BCH's chart. As is, this guy's a dog. I'd stay away from it. Let's move on to ADA Cardano now, ADA USD. This is the applicable pattern. Again, here's another beautiful 5-wave move, as you can see off the 2020 low. You have a nice 5-wave move for wave 1, ABC pullback, 5-wave move for wave 3, ABC pullback for wave 4, and then a 5th wave. So you have these little 5-wave patterns dictating the direction of the trend, and then overall you have a very nice 5-wave advance to the upside. Once it recorded a high there, we started getting a larger pullback that is clearly correcting this 5-wave move to the upside, but it looks like it could be getting closer to a low. Once again, we need to see some kind of trendy upside movement to dictate that this pullback is over and that the uptrend is ready to resume. All right, so that's that one. Let's go ahead and take a look now at Stellar, XLM USD. This guy is on a shorter time frame. We see the advance that's traced out off of the 2020 low. It's not as clear, but there's a general trendy nature to this move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside. It's been a little more rugged, but nevertheless, what we've seen to the downside in 2021 and now in 2022 looks like an ABC pullback. Now on this guy, I'll be honest, I'm a little less confident in it just based on the less clear nature of this up leg here, but that doesn't mean we can't work with it here. And in that, I mean, we have a down leg, a recovery, and a down leg. So currently, this looks like an ABC move. If price can reverse and move above 0.34, this will be left as a counter trend ABC move, and that would strongly suggest that we're starting to get trendy upside movement again off to new highs. Again, I want to see confirmation of a low on this guy before I do anything. Honestly, I want to see confirmation of a low on all these guys just to be certain that we're at a low before we do anything aggressive. But if we start seeing those signs and seeing price turn back up on Stellar and move above 0.34, it's going to look like a heck of a deal. So let's go on now to Chainlink, Link USD. Here we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside, and now we're having that ABC pullback. This pullback is clearly not over yet. We're just now retesting that 2021 low, and lower levels are possible in a C wave down before a low is in. But overall, there's some potential there. So if we get that move down to a new low and then start seeing that trendy upside action, you're trying to basically get in on the ground floor of a massive 5-wave advance, something like this. So that is clearly worth our effort. So let's take a look at one last one here. This is BNB, BinanceCoin. It's another one that doesn't look too sharp. Now we have an A wave down here, sharp down move off of the 2021 high. And then you get this upside action, and I just want to show you kind of in contrast here. This does not look like trendy 5-wave movement. This looks like counter trend price action. This is the type of stuff that we're staying away from. And you can see why. It's breaking down now, which implies a much larger ABC pullback before it's over. So that's something that we're staying away from. What we're trying to do is find trendy 5-wave moves. Obviously, that dictates the direction of the trend. The trend is your friend. That's the stuff you want to trade with, not this counter trend price movement. And if there's nothing else you take away from this video, it's to find that sharp, trendy price action. Don't try to catch falling knives. Don't try to find something that's declining. Look for something that's starting a new trend, starting to give you trendy 5-wave moves to the upside, and that becomes a buying opportunity. So this is exactly the type of stuff we do at trendlizard.com. We're covering crypto. We're also covering stocks, 21 of the most popular stocks out there, as well as 41 different ETFs, so that we cover every single section of the market. And that's the way to diversify anyway. You don't want to be too heavily weighted in any single thing. You absolutely need to have investments in Bitcoin in today's market, but you need to have investments elsewhere. So come check us out at trendlizard.com. We got all this stuff covered for you, and we have a free trial so you can see this stuff work in real time. So have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there. We'll see you next time.